Hey, Hades Mega here. So in this video, I'm going to be prepping the 16-inch wheel that I got from Stan3535 on eBay with, I'm going to prep it ready for battle. Alright, so the important thing is Virginia City Grand Prix is coming up, alright? It's almost March, and April is when the race is, so I got to get this bike ready for that because I'm going to get my revenge on that, that race, okay? That's what I'll say. My goal was to actually finish that, just to finish the race, all right? But we did take second place last time, so like, yeah, we did actually pretty good last time. The conditions will probably be better this time around, I hope, is what I'll say. But yeah. So I got a couple things. Okay, this is not part of thing, but out of there. Okay, I've got a 48 tooth sprocket, all right? So I have a... Okay, so Hades Mega bought this guy, alright, during Black Friday. It's a 54 tooth rear sprocket. That 54 tooth was the sprocket size I was using. Man, this thing is super light. That was the sprocket size I was using for my dirt wheel before, alright, my 19-inch dirt wheel. And then I decided to go to 16 so I could chuck this guy. We're not gonna run the 54 tooth sprocket anymore, so I'm trying to sell this guy with the chain that I bought for it, alright? Logistically speaking, what I got in here is another Warp9 Sprocket. I have another one also for the Super Moto wheel, but we're gonna use this one and we're gonna install this 48 tooth sprocket. So I'm running 48 tooth sprocket for my 17-inch Super Moto wheel and a 48 tooth sprocket for my dirt bike wheel. All right, my 16-inch dirt bike wheel. And so what that will allow me to do is to use the same chain. I don't have to adjust the chain or swap the chain every time I change the wheels. So that's one of the reasons Hades Mega wanted to go with the 16-inch wheel, all right? I think that is like the biggest thing for Hades Mega because I'm constantly swapping the wheels out for supermoto duty or dirt bike duty, okay? It's like a dual purpose bike. Now, if ideally, the best thing to do, Hades Mega should buy another Sauron and build one for supermoto and supermoto/street and build a dirt bike. All right, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna try to get by with this one bike. All right, so we're not gonna use this anymore. I'm gonna sell it, and then we're gonna install this 48 tooth sprocket. All right, and then that way we only have to use one chain. And then we gotta install a rotor. So what's on the other side is a rotor, right? So I've got this. So Hades Mega was trying to remove the rotor from the 19-inch dirt bike wheel, and I couldn't do it. Right? I'd have to like destroy or drill through the screws. All right. Now that rotor is still in good shape. All right. And honestly, I don't really need the rear brakes all that much because I have regen. All right. I only use the front brake and regen, alright? Hades Mega is not a big fan of using the rear brake unless I really need that extra braking power or like, yeah, if I'm not going to use the regen, okay? And there's some situations where I would do that, but not in the dirt most of the time, alright? So this is my rotor from my old Supermoto wheel. I kind of bent it one day when I put the lock on my bike, alright, a disc lock. And I forgot it was on there, and I took off, and boom, it hit it, and I think it bent it a little bit, all right, but yeah, I couldn't get the other rotor off of the dirt bike wheel, my other dirt wheel, so we're just gonna have to use this one, all right. I tried to heat up the hub, I tried everything I could, but I could not get those bolts off. The only way we're gonna get those bolts off is if we like grind it and drill through and that's okay. I'm just gonna leave the rotor on there. Okay, now ideally Hades Mega should just probably buy another rotor, but I'm being cheap, all right? And like I said, I don't really use the rear brake all that much, so it's not a big deal to me. All right, in my opinion, like I wouldn't mind just taking the rear brake off. Period. I don't need a rear brake. I got regen, right? Okay. So yeah, I got this to install with this. All right, that's probably the easiest thing to install. That and the sprocket. All right, and then while we're at it, while we're at it, we're gonna go see back there. I got a balancer. I'm gonna balance this wheel. All right. Well, why not balance it? Like, why you want to balance your dirt bike wheel, Haze Omega? Well, because I can. Okay. So we're gonna go real fast. I want my wheels to be balanced, even in the dirt. All right. So that's what we're gonna do. This wheel does have a rim lock, so I'd imagine it's gonna take a whole lot of weight to balance it. All right. And this tube already looks like it's not straight. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So that's the scoop. That's what I got to do to get this thing ready to go. All right, sprockets, disc brake, and we're gonna do a balance on it. All right. Other than that, it's pretty much ready to go. All right. Cool deal. And then we can slap it on there, put the 19 on there, and go dirt biking. All right. All right. Here's what we got. Okay, there we go. I got the wheel on the balancer. I'd imagine that we're going to have to put a lot of weights on the opposite side of where the rim lock is. All right, so let's go put it up there. Oh, we just stopped right there. This one, that's odd. It is balanced. The weight is on the top. That's really odd. Anyway, I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, boys and girls, that looks like it right there. We're gonna go with I got 1.75 ounces taped onto the wheel. All right, so now I'm gonna actually have to install it. Okay. Yeah. So I'll show you it when I'm done. But yeah. So there it is. Sometimes I don't know. It's really hard to balance Sauron wheels on this because like it doesn't want to spin smoothly. All right. But yeah, whenever the rim lock is on the bottom, it stays on the bottom. Whenever the weights are on the bottom, it stays on the bottom. It's like it is right now, okay? But if I spin it again, I bet you it'll stop probably like in the middle. Okay, somewhere. There, see? It stopped in the middle. So I think that's pretty close. Yeah. It's probably still a little bit off of balance, but I think that was closer than it was before. Okay, stopped the weights on the bottom. Let's go another way. Yeah, that's not what we want. Like we want it. So you want it so like when it stops, it just stops where it stops. You know, it doesn't go backwards. Okay, and it's going to stop with the rim lock at the bottom. Okay. If I move it again. Yeah, I think maybe I should add one more weight. It looks like it's still going towards the rim lock. All right. Maybe I should add like a quarter ounce. Yeah, maybe I should add like a 1/4 ounce to it. Okay, so right now I got like oh wait a minute, 3.5 ounces. That's actually 3.5 ounces. Oops, sorry, I did it wrong. So there's actually 4 of these weights on there. So 4 of these guys, these are as 1 ounce. Each 2 of these is 1 ounce. So there's 4 there. So there's 2 ounces, and then I got another 2. I got another 3 of these on the other side. So it's 3.5 ounces I got on there. So maybe 3. Yeah, maybe 3 and 3.75 might do it. All right. It still seems to be moving towards the rim. Okay, I think that does it. So 3.75 ounces. Well, that's a lot. That's a lot of weight. Okay, stop on the bottom. Does it roll back up? Yeah, it still seems like it's a little. Yeah, it still seems like it's still going to the rim lock. I did 4 ounces before. I did 4 ounces before, and it seemed like it was too much, but maybe we should go back to 4 ounces. Right now we got 3 3/4. Yeah, that's pretty close. Okay, I'm gonna go 3 3/4. Alrighty. Okay, there we go. I thought just doing 3 ounces was enough, or 3.5 ounces was enough, but like it still wouldn't stay. So there you go. I did 4 1/2 ounce on this side, 3 1/2 ounce on the other side, and then 1/4 ounce on that side. Honestly, I probably should have just used the 1/4 ounce weights, man. Should have used the 1/4 ounce weights and put them stacked them like this, because they fit the rim perfectly. See, there's this big kind of opening in there, so all that dirt and stuff is gonna get in there. But I'm gonna go put some Gorilla Tape over it. You know, old racetrack technique, right? I'm gonna put this over it, and it'll make the wheel look black again, and it'll cover up those holes, so keep it from coming off. All right. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm rolling with. Alright, hopefully that'll stay on there. Let's give it one more spin. Looks good. You gonna stop at the rim lock? Hope not. Okay, that looks good. You don't want it to roll back like that though. Still rolling back a little bit, but it should be better than it was before, for sure. Should pretty much, it should stop in place is what it should do. You shouldn't try to gravitate towards one spot. Still roll back a little bit. I think that should be fine. Okay, so 3 3/4, that's quite a bit, but like I said, it's got a rim lock. That's the reason why it's so out of whack, the balance. Alright, yeah, so I'm planning to actually take this thing for, I'm planning to go dirt biking in Moab this year, and I'll probably be riding this around on on the concrete. I'll be riding with it as a dual sport tire, so yeah, I want it to be balanced, so it's stable at higher speeds. Alright. So that concludes the wheel balancing for tonight. I'm gonna go put this balancer away. All right, here's we go. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go unbox this 48-tooth sprocket that I got on Amazon. I'll put a link where I got it from. Alright, but this was from Grift Ship, but I got it through Amazon. Okay, there it is. That's how it comes. You buy it from Grit Shift. When I bought it from Warp9, it just came with the sprocket. All right. Okay. There it is. This is my second one, also, by the way. There's a sticker. All right, let's go install this bad boy. 48 tooth. Okay. Okay. In the last clip, I balanced the wheel. All right. Here's the wheel weights right here. And here we go. So now I'm going to go install this 48 tooth Warp9 sprocket. Never installed one before, so let's see how it is. I'll probably do a weight comparison. I have another one, so we'll do a weight comparison in a separate video if you guys want to know how much lighter this thing is compared to the stock one. It is super light. And it looks pretty well made, so okay. So far, Warp9 has been disappointing me quite often, but this one looks like it's pretty good. Okay, so I'm just gonna install it with the bolts that I had installed on my other dirt wheel. I don't know if I'm going to use that wheel again, and I always put a Loctite when I do this. Okay. And really easy because it's a brand new hub. There's no kind of locking compound on it. You definitely do not want these coming loose. Okay, I guess the bolts are so short that I can just thread them in by hand. I don't really need this guy. I busted it out thinking I would use it, but I guess not. Set it for 21.5. It should be like I think it's somewhere between like 9 to 22 foot-pounds or something. So. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of just hold it with my hip here. Okay, there we go. Sprocket installed. I'm going to flip it over and we're going to install the rotor and then we'll be done with the wheel. Okay, like I mentioned, this is my old Supermoto sprocket here, so we're going to be using this guy here. Okay, I got the old bolts right here. I don't, like Hayes Mega said, I don't really care about the rear brakes, man. I don't really use the rear brakes all that much on this bike because I have rebar. Okay, same dealie. I'm going to put some Loctite on it, especially since these are used bolts. I don't like how loose that is, man. Look at it, it's kind of loose. How do you know it's centered properly, right? Okay. Break out the torque wrench. I got it set for 9 Newton meters. Or, yeah, I got it set for 10, then we're going to go to 12. Ramp it up to 12. That way when you start tightening, you know they're like all the same. Okay, and I think it's always important after you do the little star pattern is to go around in a circle, just in case you miss it, because sometimes I do. Oh, that's gonna be a bitch to get out. Okay. Okay, well, that should do it. All right, so this wheel is ready to go. This wheel is ready for battle. All right, here's me out. Okay, so the wheel, this wheel already came with the tube and the tire already installed and a rim lock. Okay, so that saved me some time and elbow grease. That's what I say. All right, and then so what I did is I balanced it. All right, because I may be riding on the pavement a little bit with this tire. It should be okay to ride with this on the pavement because it's kind of like it's a hybrid knobby tire. All right, it's kind of designed for the soft stuff and the hard stuff. All right, the soft and the hard stuff, but it's super soft compound. It's almost like a it's kind of like a trials tire and like a soft soft dirt tire. All right, okay. And yeah, so I installed, I balanced it, all right? I did a wheel balance. It was about 4 ounces almost. Okay, and then you just saw we installed the Warp9 Sprocket, and then we installed a disc brake rotor, all right? Just a regular Sauron disc brake rotor, all right? Okay, this wheel is ready for battle. Can't wait to put it on the bike and go rip with it. All right, A's Big out.